too much for them. They're too much for them. They can't handle the clicks.
Everyone's excited to see these two monster teams battle it out. You know, Greg, whoever comes out on top tonight will have really made a statement to the league.
And, Kevin, no matter what happens, this is a great opportunity for both teams. They say iron sharpens iron. The only way you get better is by facing challenging opponents.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows.
There are high school refs better than you guys. Way better.
Shooting for Golden State. One shot.
And there's a lot you can say about Golden State's offensive abilities, but their defense is also razor sharp. They know how to control the flow of the game.
Now, here is George. Wiggins with the rebound. On offense, here are the Warriors. It's a three-point game. Curry way outside. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And some might go as far, Greg, is saying Golden State's defense is underrated.
It is kind of overlooked at times, and their shooting is so exceptional it hides everything else, like how they can dominate the glass defensively.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time. He thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Well, David, thank you. We'll be looking for the defensive-minded approach coming in, Greg.
I like that they're focused on getting stops. Gives them the opportunity to turn that defense into offense.
And let's see how good they can be in transition to get out and try to find some easy ones.
Pass to Henry. From outside the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Henry's got 6.
And Wiggins' game continues to evolve. You saw that right there. Good eye movement, found the shooter.
Batuma's screen on Wiggins. Here's Powell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Powell against Green. Here's Henry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Slim.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Down in this one.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Batum kicks to Powell. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Starting in 2021, referees were instructed to not reward players making overt, abrupt, or abnormal non-basketball moves. Brent, what'd you think of that?
Well, there are some guys who play abnormally, Kevin, so what are you going to do about those guys? No, I'm kidding. I think it's a great thing for shooters to try to gain some sort of advantage. With how much advantage offensive players already have, it was getting a little bit out of control.
On its way from Curry for 2, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
George looking around. Off target from outside. And it's Golden State's ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Curry against George. Down low, here's Henry, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Henry's got 10 points in the game.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Plumlee. That shot, no good. The Warriors go the other way with it. Wiggins outside. Green inside. Batum's there, and Green gets it to go.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Man can't hit. And so Green will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. To the inside. And Green with the basket on the assist from Green.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, George. From outside, off the mark.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Here's Curry with the 3 in the hoop for his 3rd make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
You're doing all right. We got him.
And Los Angeles guys shooting just 26% out there. A terrible showing from an offense capable of much better. Rashawn Holmes out there with Plumlee. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Highland in at the points. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the 2nd quarter.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pass to Henry. Jacks up a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Henry's gone 5 of 6 in field goal attempts tonight. Here's Highland. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. George against Wiggins. 5 to shoot. George passes to Highland. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Golden State's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Slim in the last outing against the Wizards put on a show. He had 44 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Now here's Wiggins. Looking at his point production, he averages up.
How is that a foul? What in the world is that a foul?
Foul double. Terrence Mann. First personal foul. First team. At the line for the Warriors, Andrew Wiggins. 2 shots.
Is going to help you continue to get wins because you expect that from one another.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers.
And Andrew Wiggins came into this league as such a special talent. It's so great to see all of that blossoming.
Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there.
And I think a trip to the finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
Now here's Curry. He's got 8. For 3. Good on the triple. Curry's got 11 points.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Mann. He's guarded by Henry. And the pass to Highland. Los Angeles with another miss.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Wiggins kicks to Henry. Curry looking around. Outside, Green. Shoots over Batum, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, most of the time we see Draymond Green finishing at the basket or from out beyond the arc, but right there, a little bit of the mid-range.
Now, here's George. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass. And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now George, after the missed 3 from Henry. And that one's good, George.
Yeah, not letting anybody keep him from that spot. Paul George, a nice, strong play that time.
Outside Curry. Out to the wing. This one for 3, and he drops it in. Just a pretty release there from Henry. 16 points for him.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Batum a screen on Curry. Highland misses.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Henry. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go. Well, if Steph Curry works as hard at golf when he has the time as he did in shooting the basketball, I don't know. He's no slouch on the golf course.
Here's Mann. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Passes it to Highland. A 3-pointer, no good.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Batum against Green. And that one's good, Henry. Henry's got 10 points in the quarter. There was a story, Brent, a couple years ago that Steph Curry's best round of golf came during the NBA Finals. Had you heard that?
I did hear that, but I also heard that Andre Iguodala has a major role in how that happened. Andre was taking up his golf game when they were battling the Cavs in 2018, and I think that competitive spirit of Steph's took over. He wanted to take Andre on, and they got out there during the finals.
Now here's Wiggins. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Washington, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Highland. Following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Highland. They could use a bucket. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's Curry. Yep, that one goes. Curry's got 13.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So as we conclude the first half, so far,
Hey everybody, halftime Halftime is upon us, and a battle is also upon us. Not Kenny and Shaq this time, thankfully, but two outstanding players through the first half.
These two have been great. Locking horns, you know, like those battering rams you see on the nature documentaries. No one is given an inch.
Wait, since when do you watch nature docs?
I am nature docs. The animals hear me.
And now let's look back on that first half of play, one that has not been pretty for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I know teams love to rely on the three these days, but you got to know when to get away from it. They didn't, at least throughout the first half. Hopefully they're making the adjustments, but sometimes teams just get stubborn.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. Slim having a dominant impact in this game.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. We'll see Wiggins and Green play in the forward spots. Stephen Curry's out there with Slim, and it's Green in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Mann. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have injuries have been a factor the past couple seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that their owner wants to, but they're trying to keep this core group of guys together. And if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
Now Henry, Paul George missing from long range. Second half just getting started, about a minute played. Pass to Mann. Now here's Powell. He's got 8.
Stay there.
Here's Mann. Left side, George. The three-pointer off the mark.
You talk about things at halftime and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Sinks the triple. Curry's got 16 points.
And nobody is pulling up from that kind of depth except for Stephen Curry.
Mann passes to Plumlee. Outside, George. Now Powell. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
Curry on the wing. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Mann. No points in the game yet for him. Outside, Batum. And the Clippers miss again.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Here's Curry. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Curry's got 8 here in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Plumlee. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. George. No good, unable to end this run.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Green deciding where to go with it. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Golden State.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing and the lead seems to be growing.
Now here is George. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Wiggins. He's got 5. To the middle, 7-foot shot. And off the glass. That one's good. Henry's got 25 points in the game.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Well, all night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Now, here's Green. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. There's the pass to Wiggins. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Wiggins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, Draymond's IQ on the defensive end is so high level. I think that's going to be a huge advantage with him as an analyst, because he's going to talk to you from a perspective you don't much hear from. Usually it's from guys who scored a lot of points in the NBA, but what he did defensively, he can communicate that quite well.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Mann, guarded by Curry. George with the screen on Curry. Here's Mann. The Warriors pull it in. Curry's got his 5th rebound in this one. Green's broadcasting has even helped his opponents in some cases.
Yours probably has too, Kevin, in some instances. But with Draymond, I think what's cool is guys are listening. And when Draymond starts to talk about some of the techniques he uses or some of the things he's looking out for, guys understand that that could improve their game. So why not take it from one of the best in the business?
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. What you got for us, DA?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Not that long ago, of course, the analytical team shot way more three-pointers, and they found a temporary edge. But now every team shoots a lot of threes, and it's more about personnel. When it's a superstar shooting the ball, that mid-range jumper can be very efficient. Guys?
And DA, we see it all the time. Brandon Ingram with the New Orleans Pelicans. KD. The 2 players in Phoenix with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. DeRozan in Chicago. We'll hit those all day long. David, thank you. Now here's Green after the miss from Mason Plumlee. And that one's good. Henry.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here is Powell after the 3-pointer from Henry. And here is Powell. He's got 8. Batum sets a screen for Powell. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying the... Shortly. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Brent, do you think shooting has improved over the years, or are there just more good shooters on the floor?
Well, Kevin, if you had a bubble, I'd be bursting it right now, because if you look back over the last 10 years, maybe go 20 years, shooting has not changed. Percentages have not changed, both from 2-point land, 3-point land, free throw line. It's not that there are more good shooters in the league. There's just more surprises as to who it is you see taking the shots.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Morris. He's out there with Rashawn Holmes. Kendrick Nunn out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Boston in at the 2 spot. That was a second look at our Mobile One drive. Amazing control on display.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
And the play-in tournament, Greg, is here to stay, but the terminology is somewhat in limbo. Is that going to be part of the playoffs?
You hear people say it's not the playoffs, it's the play-in. Nate?
Shooting for Golden State, Andre Iguodala.
This is where you lean on Andre Iguodala and all of that experience, but it's one thing to have it, it's another thing to get the kind of character that's willing to share it, and Iguodala is one of those.
Here's man. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.
No.